Hello, in this video I'll be taking you on a journey on the plot account of The Native Son by Richard Wright. Native Son is about a poor black family facing the normal racial discrimination and abject poverty every other black people face. It centers on the major character Bigger Thomas, a 20-year-old black boy in a cramped one-room apartment in Southside Chicago in US. He lives in resentment and fear of the whites, having experienced the discrimination and racial segregation they show towards black people like himself. Bigger Thomas takes up a job with Mr. Doubting, who is a very rich white man, a philanthropist per se. He is also a capitalist. He takes up a job in this family as a chauffeur. He then drives the daughter of Mr. Doubting in person of Mary. Bigger drives Mary Doubting to meet up with her boyfriend in person of Jan. And then they went out on an enjoyment spree while she told her family that she was going to school. Instead, she met up with her boyfriend, Jan, and they went up in an enjoyment spree and stuff, like having fun, even with Bigger Thomas, who is a black man, because Mary and Jan are actually communalists who act and treat people fairly despite their racial colors. Coming back from where they went, Mary and Jan were all drunk, but Jan alighted on the way, going back to his home, while Bigger Thomas brings Mary back home, all drunk. So she was unable to get to her room all by herself. Bigger helps Mary by the staircase. In fact, he practically carried Mary by the arms into her room. On the way to her room, he started kissing her and caressing her and stuff like that. With the knowledge of the mother that her daughter is back home, though blind, that is Mrs. Doubting, she checks up on her daughter Mary in the room and then smells the stench of alcohol. She decides not to probe further to check on her daughter, but decided to leave. But Bigger Thomas, not wanting Mrs. Doubting, seeing him in the room of Mary and then suggests another thing, he decides to close the mouth of Mary by carrying pillow and bed sheets to cover up her mouth for her not to make sound for the hearing of her mother, Mrs. Doubting. And in that process, he smothered Mary Doubting to death. That is by suffocating her, and she died. In order to cover up his sins and his crime, he cut Mary into pieces and burnt the bones and body of Mary Doubting in the house furnace and ran away. In order to cover up his crime also, he decided to put the blame on Jan, stating that he never got home with Mary Doubting. He tried to cover up this crime with his girlfriend in the person of Bessie. Together they hid themselves in an uncompleted building in order to carry out their next move. In order for Bigger Thomas to cover up his crime also, not wanting to have any loose end, he rapes and kills Bessie in that uncompleted building. So I will stop here. I will continue with the other part of the story in our next video.